Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right, great. How are you today?
Good, and you?
I'm good. So, let's go how we usually go. Let's start with our warm-up, practicing our scales first, and then our cadence patterns. So, let's start with C. Left hand. Hands together. Let me hear that again. Let's do that again. That was perfect. Nice rhythm and pace. I like that. So next, let's do our cadence patterns. Left hand. Let's go. Let's practice A minor. I know we just learned that last week. Left hand. So next we have G major. And real quick, I don't know if you noticed, but when you play the minor, the last key, the next key is always the key to the left. So you just did C major, the minor was A, but our next key is now G major. So that's also another way to help you remember when you're navigating your circle of fifths and understanding which scale comes next. Little tip. But let's let me hear G major, the scale. Left hand. Hands together. Let's try that again. Nice. Cadence patterns.
Great.
Nice. Left hand. Let's try the fourth one. Okay. 2 more times. That was good. Next, we're going to practice the E minor. And you remember minors have the same sharp as their major.
Yeah.
So let's take a crack at this, the E minor scale. So the only sharp that you're gonna have is F sharp. Okay. Let me hear that 3 times perfectly. Okay, that was good. Now let me hear your left hand. Okay. 3 times. Okay. Do you think you could try putting the hands together?
I'll try.
So let's go slow. Let's just go up. Let's do that 2 more times. That was perfect. One more time. Okay, so now let's come down. Go slow. I think it's tricky getting that your 4th finger on F sharp is tricky because it's a little awkward. So that's something to watch out for. We might have to practice just that movement from E to F sharp. So let's practice that really quick. Just practicing your pinky. This is in your left hand. Your pinky is going to be on E and your fourth finger on F sharp. So this is going to okay. So now let's try putting your hands together again. Let's try coming down. Slow. Let's do that again. Okay. Now let's put it all together from beginning, ascending to descending. Nice. Let's do that 2 more times. That was good. Good. Now let's go to D major. Left hand. Hands together. Let's see. Let me hear that again. Okay. Cadence pattern. Left hand. Let me hear left hand again. Now let me hear hands together.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Hi, Keturah.
Hi,
Oh,
how are you? I'm good.
I'm good, thanks. Go ahead. I don't want to interrupt. Go ahead. I just want to say hi.
Oh, you're fine.
Okay. Go ahead, Princess.
Okay, so let's check that first chord. Yep. So what's the next one? And come back to that first one. Now, let me hear that whole pattern. The slow. So okay. Let me hear that again. That was good. So we might have to, for the left hand, I just want you to play the bottom two notes. So, and this is only for the last two chords. So you're gonna have C sharp and E. Let me hear that. Come up one octave. So C sharp and E, then D and F sharp. So now let's do it together. Let's play the thirds together. Keep going. Okay, let's go back to real slow. It might be put C sharp. It gets weird when you put like your fourth and fifth finger on. So we have to just practice that muscle. All right, let me hear it. So next, I want you to put your hands together, still just playing the notes isolated. I can't see you. So, can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, so just do that 5 times in a row, and then we're gonna put it back together.
I'm just gonna practice it with my right hand real quick.
Even if you have to practice moving your pinky, you start with D. So I'm gonna flip my camera. And next. All right, let's try to put it all together. So, yeah. So what I really want you to pay attention to when you practice these is that 4th chord. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That one. Even if you have to break it down, I want you to practice moving from here to here. So basically, you're just gonna do what I showed you today, stuff like that, and even if you have to just play one note. Even if you have to do that, that's fine. So that's what I really want you to focus on, is moving from 4th to last chord. Got it?
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Let's move on to A major scale. major? What sharps do we have in A major?
A G sharp.
What else? We have the sharps from the last two keys.
It was F sharp,
Mm-hmm.
F sharp, and G sharp,
Mm-hmm.
and C sharp.
Yes, ma'am. So let me hear A major. Thanks. Left hand. Let me hear that again. Low. Next. Hands together. Okay. Next, let's play the E major scale. Mm-hmm. Left hand. Cool. Together. Hands together. There. All right. So we learned the E minor scale, so we'll be practicing that. And yeah, that's it for our scales and chords for now. So next, let's go into our book. Now, let me hear oh Susanna, I'm gonna pull it up really quick. Now, did you practice this with your metronome?
I tried to practice it without the metronome.
Really?
Yeah. To see if I
Why?
can beat without it.
See if you can keep the beat without it. So you do
Yeah.
it in your head? That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's perfect, actually. Very good. So let me hear it. So it's good. You have all the notes. However, I still would have practice with the metronome so that you don't slow down when you get to the you want everything to still be cohesive. And second, it's more of a legato than a staccato. I know we just learned about the jumpy notes, but you want this one to be a little bit more connected. Now let me see if I can pick up. See how that's a little bit more connected than, you see? You hear it?
Yeah.
Hear a difference? Okay. So turn on your metronome and put it to 80 BPM. 80 beats per minute. So it's you could cut that off real quick. The thing with the metronome is you play it at a slow pace. You want to play this piece from beginning to end at that pace and making sure that you're on beat. And then as you perfect it and you feel more comfortable, then you can raise the metronome up to, let's say, 85 or 90 or 100 or whatever. So that's what I want you to do this past week. So this week, that's what you're going to be doing. Especially paying attention to that middle section, or the third to last line. That's what I'm trying to say. Third line. So let me hear it from the beginning on 80 beats per minute. I'll show you. So that last, I think you can pick it up. I'll explain. Da da. Turn the metronome back on. Da da da. That was perfect. All right, so next, I want you to do two things. So I want you to raise the metronome to 86 beats per minute. And this time I want you to play with legato if you can. So that's two things. You think you can do it?
I'll try.
Okay, I think you can do it. So, let's go. You can take a deep breath before you do it. And whenever you're ready. Wait, wait, wait. Da da da. Wait. So you want it to be smooth still. You want it to be on beat. Okay. It was good, but we still want to be on beat. So always keep the metronome in mind. Let's always remember the metronome is talking to us, right?
Yeah.
Like our good friend that keeps us on track. So we want to make sure we're listening. So let's start from the top. Remember the beat before. Nice. All right. So, the piece, like I said, is pretty much finished, but I really want you to keep the steady pace and also play with legato, because if you can master that on this piece, then it's going to be easier for the other pieces that we're going to learn. And so really practice every day with the metronome. By next week, it should be perfect. I'm pretty sure it will be, because that sounded really nice. And if you haven't been playing with the metronome all week and you just do it today, I can only imagine how it would sound if you play with it every day. So playing around with the different tempos, you can go from 85. If you feel like that's too fast for you, then you can go to 70, whatever you need to do. But just making sure that you're on beat, and remember to also play with legato, so make the notes connected and flowing, right? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sounds good?
Yeah.
All right. So next is our Ode to Joy. Let me pull that one up. Okay. Oh, wait. This is another piece that I would practice with the metronome. And also another piece that has legato because you could see the slurs on top of the notes. So more of that of flowing with your hands. Kind of like you're walking up the steps. So hold on. I'm going to rotate the camera so you can kind of see my fingers, even though I don't have the music with me right now. See my fingers?
Yeah.
Kind of. Da, 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 da. It's a soft, you can play softly, not softly, but your fingers are gonna kind of have a flowy motion as opposed to. Go have fun with it. You can let your hands relax. So let me hear that with relaxed hands. That was nice. I like how that sounded. did that feel?
It was good.
It feels a little bit, hold on. I feel like it feels a little bit different. And it's like you're connecting to the piece a little bit more when you relax your fingers. And so now we've come to that point where we can kind of really play our pieces a little bit more than just reading it and remembering it. You know, we're really playing and kind of getting in touch with the feel of the piece. That's how I interpret it when I get to that point. So next, what's our next piece? Our next piece was about the staccato. Surprise Symphony. I'm gonna just go to my book. So let me hear the Surprise Symphony. Wait. The Surprise Symphony. The one before that one.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Let me hear those last two measures. So the last two measures, the second to last measure, actually, those are thirds. So it's F and D in your right hand, and then B and G in your left hand. Let me hear them together. Like, I don't know. Let me show you. Yep. So next, let's just play it how they have it in the book. Let me hear that 3 times perfectly. Play slow. So now let's play staccato. Mm-hmm. Yes. So now let me hear it from the top. Ooh. Let me hear that from the top again. So, okay, let's look at the oops. So, as you can see, Jesus Christ, what did I do? The parts that I have in the parentheses, those are exactly the same. Now, I'm going to erase that really quick. Can you see?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to erase that real quick. This right here, this part right here, these are the same notes. 2 F's, 2 D's, B. Hold on. Let me erase that. Same notes. So 2 F's, 2 D's. There's your F and D in that. What's the spotlight? Can you see me moving this?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's 2 F's right here. Then it's 2 D's right here. Then it's 1 F. Then it's 1 D. And then you have the 2 B's right there and a G and 1 B and 1 G. So really they just took these 3 groups of eighth notes and then put it together. Da 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 da. And then they added that. So really they took all of these notes and pushed it into this. So there's a little pattern. That's a little trick that helps me remember stuff when I see patterns like that. So now let me hear it from the top. Okay. Let me hear that 3 more times in a row. Play slowly. Okay. I want you to practice this again this week, but I really want you to focus on once again, the metronome helps with making sure that it's paced out and everything sounds fluid from beginning to finish. So, yep. And remember that this is the majority of this piece is staccato. So you're going to be jumping your fingers. And then next, let me hear the Hungarian dance. That was pretty good. All right. So for this one, once again, metronome. So the theme of this week is metronome, right? Because let me see how it would sound in metronome. I'm gonna just put mine up to 100. How's that sound?
It sounds good.
Okie doke. All right. So yeah, the theme for this week is metronome, metronome, metronome. I'm gonna like drill that in your head because he's our friend. Do you have any questions? Let me know if you have questions.
No, I don't have any questions.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
So what are you working on for this week?
Metronome.
Pieces. What pieces are we doing?
Hungarian dance, surprise symphony, oats joy, and oats.
Yeah, we're using our metronome for all four. And then we learned a new scale, which was E minor. And yep. So are you practicing your scales before you play?
Yeah.
Okay, cool, yeah. All right. So that sounds good. And yeah, I will see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good week.
You too.
Thank you. Bye.